Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u Zoom call for October 5th, 2021. We're here on Cathy's website, CathyDSlaght.com. We will scroll down and look for the Zoom banner. If you'd like to be part of Cathy's daily energy clearing group, you'll click here. We'll click here to go to the Zoom call. This will take us over to the Zoom platform. Well, I will open up the app. The call will be live.
The most treacherous area of the whole body is the mouth. In fact, compared to a dog bite, a human bite can kill you.
Oh my.
It's because of the pathogens in the mouth. So when we've got these masks on our face, we're making ourselves worse, according to many. Everybody has to make their own decision. But you will see some pretty well-studied people who say, my goodness, you might as well put that mouth over your hind end and breathe that in. And you can look at this stuff, and that's the one thing with this work. You realize you don't know much because, you're always learning. But secondly, certain things we don't question that maybe we ought to question. So I want you to see we are still going. Yesterday, we had wanted to preserve our theme, and when we finished and I checked again, we still wanted to preserve our theme, so we probably should take a little closer look at these things. We've got allergens, metabolic, legs, work-related issues, healing crisis, and that's in reference to wind, illness, yin organs, QiGong techniques, whatever this yang Kwao Mai is, such. So we're just going to focus on the Pro Tools. There's the hypothalamus again, and I'll tell you what we did with that in a minute. Stomach chakra, heart, and the heart, of course, that we're still working on that with our personal options. Knees, liver meridians, inflammation, and then this mind attitude. So you could go in here. We're going to use the charger a little bit more today. Let's just see. Priority or Qi, mind, attitudes, cocktail charge. As you can move over and charge from your cocktails if it's a priority. Nope, we really are taking care of it as we are. Let me show you where we ended up and maybe why we're working so long today. I did that fluorescent scan. I'm going to do that every night for a while. I go in stages with the field generator sometimes, but we wanted mugwort. And what was interesting is here we're working on brain stuff. And here's what mugwort does. It reintegrates the synapses and enhances communication between the individual neurons in the brain. Brain damage can be treated, including damage from the syphilitic miasm, increases IQ, and helps a person enter the alpha state, opens psychic faculties, general tonic for all the subtle bodies, meridians, and chakras. Very frustrated people or those who feel life is against them would benefit. Stimulates fertility, enhances the properties of RNA, helps with nervous tics or twitches. So I thought, wow, because that is what we were working on last night as well. Maybe why we're still going. And then I went into the Pro Tools and simply put, the need for mugwort to see what we wanted. We wanted 11 hours in the dispenser, and I'm pretty sure that is still going. And you can see what we've done here, the areas all settle. So yeah, these flower essences, even though it's, another avenue, look at all that. It's probably well worth it. I'm going to get in there and work on the emotional aspects next. But that is where we are with that. We did we wanted a custom cocktail scan, and that turned out to be the spleen. And what we actually did is loaded a cocktail from the cocktails, or from the chargers, the spleen rife block. We wanted that. We wanted a 5-minute charge for the hypothalamus. There's actually not that much information for the hypothalamus, but then I want to show you where we ended up. Let's go to the manual. And we're not going to do any of this today because we're still going from yesterday. But I want to show you a couple of things we might want to add to our daily scan. Since our brain is our CPU, we might want to start checking it out first thing. This is a little bit of information from Dr. Amon's book. These are the main categories. And we already know genetics is a very small component. We mainly need to be aware of any of our own vulnerabilities. Like in my family, it would be alcoholism. So not only am I going to really be careful about drinking, but I'm going to watch my daughter. I'm going to be aware of that. We've got head trauma, which is huge. And I'm going to share with you, my daughter has a lot of hormone difficulty. And she reminded me yesterday, when she was about 3, she had a very bad fall in preschool. Hit her head on a piece of concrete, had a concussion, was out. I sat by her bed all night, because you're so afraid. And when I did a little looking, that had a relationship to the hormone situation she's going through now. We've got toxins, which is huge. The mind storms I'm still working on to understand, but it looks like it mostly deals with the temporal lobe. Immunity, neural hormones, diabetes, which again is huge. That is a combination of high blood sugar and obesity. And then sleep. These are the 3 areas that have the greatest impact on our brain. And so in my thought, even though this is subtle information, what does it hurt to scan that? And then I went ahead last night and scanned it because I thought, well, we pretty much are set up now with cocktails, but what if we come up with one I'm not set up for? And we did. We actually want genetics. So you can do many things with this information. Once this is in the back of Dr. Amon's book, and I just went ahead and some of them had codes, some of them at this point do not. But then I went into the Pro Tools today. For example, here we have some various things that we're asking for. We can make a cocktail for any of these. Do you have any suggestions? Let's just go in then. I don't know that we even need a cocktail. Let's go into the elemental scanner. And we already do have a cocktail in the supercharger. I don't mean supercharger, recharger. Now let's just go in here and put issue and put balance genetics. And give it a shot. And interestingly enough, I was, experimenting with this last night, and I have a friend whose son, who is now 17, has been difficult forever. And they have done everything. They don't know if it's autism, Asperger's. They can't quite find an answer. The genetics is what came up for him. And so, I have his mother's permission to work with this. And so we did. We can see right near now our elements. Let's balance this out. And we're taking 1 minute with it, 5 repeats. So again, all on a subtle level, but go in, take this information. We're not going to do this today, but I believe you've got.
Hey, Cathy, I have a question on that elemental scanner.
Yeah.
Would you run that again then after this first go around here until you got to 100 on all those numbers? I never know what to do.
I always check priority for chi.
Okay.
So for example, I feel very safe with our tools, but it's just something I like to do. So yeah, we could run it again today for that.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Now, anyway, so that was one thing I wanted to share, and I'll send out. Then we have, and this is in the supercharger. This is in reference to the genetics. When you know what to do, do you do it? So here's a little assistance with the supercharger. I have those steps in here, and then with the super clear steps to cause mental illness, which is basically where you just ignore all of it. And then this we're working on. This is another little project in reference to the vaccine. But that just gives you some thoughts. We didn't request the supercharger today, but this gives you some thoughts. I know we want the aura scanner. And then we also want the timeline. And again, I like to just, we've got our timeline. It can be worked with so effectively. I'm wondering, what if we put, for example, we see illness there. $95, look at that. So, I mean, could something like that actually work? It doesn't look like it hurts to give it a shot. So let's put illness. And it start coming in low, but I found it often, you know, because this is kind of a new approach for us energetically as well. It starts out low, but it may move up the next time around. And then we've also got, let's look here and see if we want any allergy charges, if it's a priority for Qi. Yeah, we could work with that a little bit. So again, we've got one allergy right block. Looks like just 1 minute. Let's do it. Anyway, so that during the day, I'll be going down this list. Got our information. Hypothalamus is interesting. We'll see if that was enough yesterday. Look at that. We still want another. So that's going to be something that we need to get a little more information on. Looks like there's some books on Scribe. I didn't see anything that seemed to answer these questions, but there, I guess I'll have to look a little bit more. Okay, so let's just go in here. Oh, I did save, I thought. Look up here. Here we go, brain, hypothalamus. And again, it looks like, you know, for so many years, we would all just do the 5 minutes. And it looks like that could actually be too much many times. Let's just see, although sometimes you need more than 5 minutes. You've got a 78. Let's just go ahead and get it started with that. It's still adding up, so we'll have to let that get in there and then we'll charge it. Here, this is another thing. This is the new code. I think there may be some things going on, not just this kind of thing, but, you know, things perhaps that are done to us by our government, etc., that we just can't quite acknowledge are real, and that gives a person a real lack of power. Let's just look and see where we are as a group with that. Okay, I see. That's a lot of stress. And I know for me it is, to even acknowledge such a thing exists. Let's just go ahead at this time and put it in the shin. And then we did ask, as you saw, for the prayer warrior. Let's just go in here. Hit auto. Do a clearing again, all subtle. Move that down a little faster. I want to show you one more code. Well, I may not be able to. Let's just see. May not have it in there. Let's look at the. Yeah, I'll have to add that, but we have another good code for keeping our subtle bodies aligned. So I'll have to put that in here. But anyway, so that basically, because we're still running, that's it for today. I'll go back and forth and do some charges. We've got our Pro Tools going. I'm going to repeat the elemental scanner once it's ready. Our aura, we've got a little bit of stress there. But it looks like that's it. Anything to tell us or add today?
Huh? Can't think of anything. Are you going to send out those codes that we just you just showed us, like the?
Yep.
Okay, yep. Perfect. Great.
Yeah, I want to find that one for the etheric field. I was really pleased with that, and I will show you something. Just oops, what is that? Didn't want to do that. Hold on. Okay, so I'll continue back and forth with this and let you know tomorrow. But yeah, I will show you. You may have seen a little peek of it. Someone sent me, they were working on something in reference to the vaccination, and I haven't really had a chance to check all this out so far. These things, I'm just kind of adding them. And also, someone sent a fantastic Era of Peace newsletter. Are y'all familiar with that one?
No.
It is. I'm very impressed with them. I believe they work with Saint Germain, and so I'm getting some good codes, but I just didn't get to finish. According to the United States of America has a very special destiny, and I put that in here. They talked about record keeper crystals, and there was a code, activation of humanity's 12 fifth-dimensional crystalline solar strands of DNA. There was a code. The name for America is an anagram for I am race, and then a couple of other things. And I'll, is that right? Okay, this person sent me a couple more things, which then we were able to find codes for. So anytime you have something like that, if you share it, we can sure put it together. All toxins and nanoparticles on swabs used for COVID-19 testing, there is a code. All programs separating soul from physical body, and there is a code. People have different belief systems based on this vaccination. So, what can I say? I look and there is a code, and it doesn't hurt to put it into action. But we'll have some of that tomorrow once I get it finished. But we also, I know Nydia has brought this up, and I had forgotten it. Did anybody ever read the book, The Power of Eight?
I've gotten most of the way through it.
Yeah, I'm just ordering it.
Good. Yeah, I read it a couple years ago, and of course now with this move I've got to find it, but I think it is on Scribd, and it might be time to reread that and refresh our memory on the power of our prayers.
I'm doing that? Well, there's Sunday intentions on it now.
Yes, there's so much, and maybe we're being awakened to put some of these things in action. So anyway, that is it for today.
Hey, Cathy, excuse me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask Kevin, he put on at the bottom, he puts in a website, but by the time I get a pencil or a pen to write it, it's gone. And it was on genetics with Bruce Lipton. Could that be repeated or somehow so I can get the website? Because I am really interested in Bruce Lipton and the genetics.
And Kevin, I don't get to see that either. If you could email me those.
Yeah, I'm just about to.
Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
Cathy?
I'd love it too, Kevin,
Yeah.
please. Thank you.
Cathy, you sent me The Power of Eight, so it's my house, so I'll have to get it back to you.
Oh, I think, okay. No, but I ordinarily would have lost it anyway, so don't just keep it. I think it's on Scribd. I think I can look on Scribd.
Let me know, 'cause I'll get it back in you.
Yeah, that's so funny. But
Marty, you can reread it. And
Yeah,
get
remember we
ready.
started our group with The Power of Six? There were 6 of us on. Remember we were having meetings?
yes, I
Right,
remember that.
right.
Yeah.
But it's more powerful with 8.
Yes, there seems to be a special number, but I'll tell you what, don't ever forget the power of 1.
Yeah, yes,
So,
definitely.
but yeah, these
Or
are all
2.
things.
2.
That's exactly right. Yep.
One other thing on Kevin's post in the chat, if you click on the blue highlighted website, it'll come up on your browser.
Oh,
Yeah.
Automatic.
But I don't get to see that for some reason, and I'd like it too. The what was I going to say about it? But anyway, and by the way, Karen, I don't know if she's on today or not, but she is working on a cocktail for the cranial sacral.
oh, wonderful.
Good.
Yeah, so that is not forgotten. That is in the works.
Cathy, I think you can go ahead and open your chat, because when I'm, running my Zooms, I can just go into my chat and you can open it up and you'll see what he's posting. You don't have a chat down below?
I'm a little paranoid because when I've clicked around before, I lose everybody. So I'll play around with it. I'll play around with it.
And to add to what Cathy does on the videos, when I release them all at the very end, anything that anybody has talked about, I open it up along the way as we're doing the Zoom calls. So on the videos, the information will also be on the videos. Plus, I'm almost done with Cathy's website, and I'm going to take her idea and make her Zoom calls as blog posts. So when you go,
Great.
It'll be by date, and then at the end, I can put in the comments all the information of each day's Zoom call. And then if anybody wants to add anything, you can just leave it as a comment. And you don't have to leave your name. You can leave, I don't know, whatever name you want to leave, and then your information down below it, just to give you all the heads up.
Oh,
Thank you,
wonderful.
Joanna.
Thanks.
Thank you,
That's
thank you.
great.
Yes, yeah. And I'm working now. I finished a major project. My little book on Sprout is now being published. Just self-published,
Aw.
not a big deal, not a big deal.
That's
But
cute.
now we're ready to have our manual, and I'm it's going more and more with all the upgrades we have with our SRC. I think we're going to do it into more manifestation, and particularly manifesting whatever your calling is in terms of career. So we'll see how that flows. But I get a lot of calls from people who want to do more for others, and it seems like there's a block. So we're going to see what we can do with that. So,
That's great, Kathy.
well, we'll see.
Yes.
It'll flow. If it's meant to be. But anyway, that's it, you guys. Have a good one, and see you tomorrow.
Have a good day.
All right,
Thanks, Cathy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wonderful as always. Bye-bye.
This segment of Cathy's Zoom calls, these were the websites that were brought up during the Zoom call. Bruce H. Lipton, PhD, Think Beyond Your Genes. And the website is what you see here, brucelipton.com/think-beyond-your-genes-September-2021. This one is Era of Peace. Sacred knowledge that answers the questions that we have been asking for lifetimes in a clear and comprehensive way, greatly discounted now. Oh, okay, so this must be a book. Who I am, why am I here? This one was listed by Kevin. These are flower essence, and the website being floweressencesingular.co.uk/products.php?CAT=211. Let's go to the home page. Okay, and then The Power of 8, Harnessing the Miraculous Energies of a Small Group to Heal Others, Your Life and the World, hardcover. We started off on Cathy's website, and I will end with Cathy's website, CathyDSlaght.com. Thank you for attending the Zoom call. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well.